Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY and on this quick video I am going to show you how to heat set Magnolia permanent ink on fabric, and I would love to answer any questions that you might have about permanent ink or heat setting. So as you're hopping on, say hello. If you're watching live, feel free to ask questions. That helps me know where to go with my little talk. Okay, so the first thing I want to start with is I want to make sure that everyone understands that there are two different kinds of mediums that come in these cute little pots from magnoliadiy.com. We're going to be talking about this. This is ink. This is what you use on fabric, and they have the white cap. These are specifically designed for fabric, and what happens basically with my very non-science mind, you apply the ink with a squeegee on a stencil just the same as regular, or you dilute it and you can use it almost to paint. But when it's dry, you're going to heat set it with a hot iron and a piece of parchment paper, which I'll show you. And then the fabric that you decorated, whether it was a pillow, an apron, a tea towel, a t-shirt, a tote bag, whatever it was, it is completely washable, dryable, and wearable. Isn't that cool? So that is what ink is for. The other thing that comes in a little pot is chalk paste, and this is not designed for fabric unless it's going to be something like a banner that won't get touched or moist or ever need to be washed. But you would not that's an X, not use chalk paste to do a t-shirt, a tote bag, tea towel, a pillow, apron, any of those kind of things. You would not use chalk paste. You want ink. Okay, so I'm not seeing any questions yet, but so let's talk about the whole heat setting process. Essentially, it's like when you put a hot iron on it, it's almost like the medium melts into the fabric and it becomes part of the fabric, which makes it so that it's soft, it's movable, it's not dry and crunchy. Like, for example, if you wanted to just try using paint on fabric, it's going to dry crunchy. And if you were to, break it in half, it's going to actually crack. But ink becomes one with the fabric that you put it on, and it's great that way. This is a t-shirt that I made, I don't know, a month ago. It's really cute. It says life is better when you're laughing. And then I did these cute little sleeves because I'm all about the sleeves. This was a craft club stencil. It's not available unless you were in craft club during the month of January 2024. But it's the most recent example of, well, not the most recent, this is the most recent. We did this yesterday. Oh my gosh, it turned out so dang cute. This is an adorable stencil called Peace, Love, Mom Life, and these were these two colors of ink that I watered down and I painted it on almost like a paint. This one is called Bubblegum, and this one is called Fuchsia Rose. And they are fabulous together. So I did the background, then I stenciled with white ink, and here are my little sleeves, which I will wear this t-shirt some point in the next couple of days. There's one side, and here is the other. It kind of reminds me of tie-dye a little bit. But okay, so we're gonna heat set this. I'm gonna show you that. And first thing I wanted to tell you, let's see, did I get any questions yet? If you have a question about heat setting ink, ask in the comments. Okay, so the first thing I want to say about that is, if suppose this was polyester, which is not great to stencil on with Magnolia permanent ink. You really want things that are going to be more cotton based. But suppose it was polyester, then I would need to be very careful with the temperature that I set my iron. Because if I have this on almost the max, on a regular iron it would be the cotton setting. If I put an iron with a cotton setting on a piece of polyester, it's going to go, ooh, boy, that was really hot. It's going to all shrivel and get burned. So this is cotton, and so I would use the cotton setting for it. And what I like to do, have you guys been introduced to these? These are parchment paper sheets, pop-up sheets that you can get at Dollar Tree. They're great to craft on, and they're perfect for heat setting. So I want to protect the surface of my iron. I've not really had this happen much, but suppose I tried to heat set this too soon and it wasn't fully dry. I would want to protect the surface of my iron from this medium. This is fully dry right now, so I just put a piece of parchment paper on there. My iron is set on high, but with an iron that has temperatures, it's going to be cotton is what you're looking for, assuming that you're using it on cotton. And you're just going to go over it like this for 3 or 4 minutes, and then I am going to turn it inside out. And I'm going to do the exact same thing for a couple of minutes. So I will do all the different areas of this t-shirt. This front part, and then the sleeves. And then it's good to go to wash and dry and wear and enjoy for a very long time to come. Another thing you can do if you are wanting to heat set something is when it is almost dry, if it can tolerate the dryer, you can throw it in the dryer with some towels, and that will start the whole heat setting process, as long as you have your dryer turned on high. But don't do that until your ink, whether it's just a stencil like this, or it's a stencil over the top of a painted area, make sure that's fully dry before you do that. I know a lot of you have professional tools like a heat press. I do not have one of those. I am living in the old-fashioned world. This is my craft room iron that my friend Susie sent me. I would normally have a big iron in here, but mine just went kaput. And it would just be your basic iron. And almost all the time it's going to be set on cotton, no steam. But this is a little craft iron. So I don't have a heat press to tell you what the temperature is or how that works. I would just follow the instructions for the heat press for pressing on cotton or whatever type of fabric you are doing. Let's see, do I have other questions? I don't see anything. I mean, this is so simple it seems almost silly to come live to show you, but here's the steps. 1, do your design however it is. 2, let it fully dry. I did this yesterday and I finished up my second sleeve, I don't remember which, this one I think, last night. So this has been drying, hanging on a hanger for over the night, and it is fully dry. Then you're going to put it on your ironing board, get a piece of parchment paper, and use your iron on the appropriate temperature. If it's cotton, then on cotton with no steam. And you're just going to go over it for 3 or 4 minutes. Being cautious, don't set your iron down and walk away, or you'll come back and you'll have a big scorch of an iron. And then you can do the inside, and then you are all good to go. Make sure that you do all the areas of your project, whether it was a pillow, a tea towel, a tote bag, an apron, a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, whatever it was. Okay, then one last thing that I want to tell you, because I know all these questions, they're just meant so that you can iron on top of the table. And mine is handy. I really like this because it folds down, and I just put a hook on the inside of my closet, and I just hang it up in between uses. So it is nice to have an ironing board in your craft room. All right, well, I hope that I answered any questions that you might have and that I didn't bore you to death. There's so many awesome things that you can do with a little bit of Magnolia permanent ink, a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a tote bag, I mean, whatever, and a stencil. So give it a try. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to sprinkle all that good stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye.